Ow! Oh god, ow. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be super chill. Get ready with me. I'm going somewhere later tonight, and I thought since I'm going to be getting glammed up a little bit that I would kind of hang out with you guys while I do that. I haven't really gotten glam in a while. I know I filmed the Colourpop and Shayla video, but besides that, like, I really have not worn that much makeup in quite a bit. So I'm very excited. I do have some stuff going on my face. It's all flat, it's scarring. This is my life. My skin decided to freak out a few days ago and left me with some beautiful presents. This happens. This is normal life. I have skin issues that I still deal with since the 7th grade. It's not like gonna be a trying new products type of get ready with me, but I do have some products that I've personally purchased over the past few weeks that I've been kind of like playing around with and testing. So I will be kind of slipping those in this video. So I'm just ready to put some makeup on the face. So first things first, for my primer, I picked this up from Ulta. This is the Flower Beauty Supernova Celestial Skin Elixir. Now it is pretty much an oil, and I'm very iffy when it comes, okay, wow, thanks Jess. I'm very iffy when it comes to putting oil on the face before foundation because you never know if the foundation is going to like the oil that you put on your face. So I have moisturized my skin. My skin feels really, really good. I'm going to use a really small amount of this. I did try it the other day, but I think I put too much, and then the foundation combo was like, I don't know how I was feeling about it. I'm gonna do it like the Instagram people and do a few little drops on my face. Like I'm crying oil. Okay, if you're crying oil, you need to see a doctor about that. This oil does have like sparkle in it. I wouldn't say it's like intense, but it does leave a little bit of something on the skin. It smells really good. It kind of smells like very spa-like eucalyptus, rose. It's just very fresh and smells like skincare, and I actually really, really like that. I still feel like I put way too much. I'm a tomato! So while we wait for the oil to sink into the skin, I'm going to tackle these scars on my cheek. Now, I don't always do this step, but lately I've been finding that it's a little bit helpful, especially when they're really kind of like a lot more red than usual. So I'm gonna go into this NYX Color Correcting Concealer Palette. I actually bought this for my engagement because I really needed to cover something up and I was really desperate. So I don't really color correct and I didn't have any in my collection. I was like, I need something. So I got this and I've actually been really liking it. It's not like a dry formula that like you put it on, it looks really cakey and dry. It's actually really nice. So I'm going to dip into the green, and since the oil is still like nice and fresh, it's going to just glide onto the skin really nicely. So with a small brush, I'm just going to apply this right onto any of like the really red areas. And then I'm gonna put some around my nose because it's always really red around my nose. While we're at it, I'm gonna take a little bit of this more peachy color, and I'm just going to apply this right in here just because my under eyes have been really dark lately. I'm going to slightly tap everything out with a little sponge, and this is from e.l.f. and I was kind of like shocked how soft this actually is. I picked this up recently and I just washed this and I'm very excited. e.l.f. has a lot of sponges, but they're not all super soft, if you know what I mean. Recently I picked up a new foundation. This is from Pur. It's the 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie Longwear Foundation and Concealer, and I actually didn't know it was a foundation concealer, but then I realized that there's a pump, and if you twist the cap, there is a doe foot applicator, so if you want to, you know, get certain spots. Now I have been testing this foundation out. I've worn it a few times already, and I will tell you, it has good coverage. It's very matte. I'm kind of like playing around with it, and I think I want to do like a mixture of it today with another foundation, because sometimes I feel like it's a little too matte for me and could end up looking a little bit too makeup-y for my liking. So I'm going to mix this a little bit with my Nars Natural Radiant Foundation. So I'm going to do like a very small mixture of this. This one is a little bit dark for me right now, so hopefully my shade is not too off, but this is a little bit light. I feel like I'm very talky in today's video. There's just a lot of things to explain sometimes. So I'm just gonna take a few pumps of each foundation. Actually, I've been really liking mixing foundations lately. I actually mixed foundations for my engagement party, which, by the way, I really want to recreate the look that I wore that night because it was so pretty. And you guys, my makeup lasted all night. Through all the sweating, through all the stress and everything, my makeup lasted so good. I was kind of like shocked. So yeah. Let me know if you guys are interested in seeing that. I'm gonna take my little velvet sponge from Juno & Co. I also use this on the day of my engagement makeup, and what this does is it literally applies your foundation even more full coverage, and it really makes it look super smooth and really pretty. So this is what I'm going to use today. I really like this sponge actually. It's a good one. And just like that, all the scars and green is gone. I definitely mixed way too much foundation together, not realizing that I'm using this sponge. I don't know why and how this sponge applies makeup so much more full coverage, but I guess maybe it just doesn't absorb as much. I don't know. How do I manage to still look so pale? It's like I saw a ghost and all the color went from my face. I promise you guys, in real life, this actually doesn't look bad. It matches my neck quite perfectly. It's just because it looks like a mask. Alright, so I have been testing this concealer out for a little over a week now, probably. It's a Jeffree Star Magic Concealer. I think that's what it's called. First of all, the packaging is really cute on these. Honestly, like I could not, like, it's really pretty. I'm not gonna lie. So I have 3 shades. I have C6, C7, and C13. Strangely enough, all of these could match my skin quite well. There's really not like a huge difference, but I'm gonna go into C7 because I don't want to be as bright underneath my eyes because I feel like I'm already quite bright on the face. So my initial thoughts on this, it's not a bad concealer. I've actually been enjoying it a lot. It's very lightweight. It's really not as thick and full coverage as I thought it was gonna be. Like, you can wear this really natural and still have a little bit of skin peeking through, or you can layer it to get more full coverage, which is really nice. I don't find that it's cakey or extra creasy. Doesn't make my under eyes look crepey or dry or anything. They do have more of a matte satin-ish consistency rather than like dewy. I just got a phone call, so I need to blend this out before it really dries down. But like I was saying, it's not a bad concealer. I've actually been enjoying this very much. This color that I'm using does have a little bit more peachy tones in it, the C7 I believe. Yeah, so it's a little bit more peachy, which is actually really not that bad. Kind of cancels out darkness a little bit more, and once you blend it out, you can't really tell that it's like a little bit more peachy. So there is one I blended out. I also picked up the Jeffree Star setting powder because I was like, why not if we're trying the concealer? Now the powder I did try once, and I don't know if it was the powder that day or what, but it was so matte that nothing was going on my face. Like my bronzer and my blush were going on super patchy, and my face felt like dry. So I don't know if it's the powder. I'm gonna give it another try, but today I'm gonna try something else just because, you know, I'm going somewhere and I want my makeup to look prettiful. My skin literally looks like it's made out of butter right now. I'm gonna add a little bit more dimension back into my face with a little bit of cream contouring. This is the Fenty Amber Matchstick. It's a very cool tone. I'm gonna use this for my nose, and then I'm gonna go into my Milk Matte Baked Bronzer. I love this thing so much, and I'm gonna use this for the rest of my face. Just gonna go real heavy with this because it blends out amazing. I absolutely love this stuff so much. Usually I like blending this out with a brush, but I actually kind of like it with the sponge. A lot of my brushes are kind of dirty right now, so I'm lacking in the brush department. Set my face, I'm gonna use my Maybelline Fit Me powder in 05 and 10. These do have a little bit of pigment to it, so you know, if you get a really light shade, it's gonna make your foundation look a little bit lighter. If you get a dark shade, good luck with that. Make sure that you blend out your creases before you put powder. I always go in and make sure everything is creaseless with my sponge. I'm going to add some to my eyelids as well because Lord knows that's creasing. Something I like to do before I kind of like dust all the excess powder out is taking some sort of pressed powder. This one is from Jouer. It's the Soft Focus Hydrate and Set Powder in Fair. You could take something that has a little bit more coverage to it or whatever you want. I think I have enough coverage, so I'm gonna swirl a fluffy brush, and I'm gonna use this to kind of dust the powder off of my face, but also add like a little bit of something something. This powder I really like. It kind of helps brighten the skin a little bit too. For my bronzer, nothing new here. I'm taking my Marc Jacobs Tan-tastic bronzer. Absolutely love this. I'm gonna go in with this e.l.f. brush. This is the e.l.f. brush, and we are going to chisel the cheek. For my blush, I'm going to be taking the Colourpop and Shayla blush in Construct, whichever way you want to say it. And I'm just going to take a really small amount of this, very pigmented blush. But I absolutely love this color. It's like a very natural tone. It was in this moment she knew about that oil. I really feel like everything is sliding off my face right now. I have like a chunk of makeup missing on my nose. Everything was going so well. My God, what is going on right now? I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I think that oil really just kind of screwed with me. This is why I don't really wear beauty oils before I do my makeup. I actually don't really like it, but I just heard so many amazing things about this and I wanted to give it a try. And I don't think it's working for me. I don't think I love beauty oils under foundation. I feel like everything was going really smoothly until I set it, and then it just started feeling like nothing wants to stick on my face and I'm like missing some makeup right here. From far away it looks good. I'm gonna hope and pray that once it kind of like settles on my face it looks better, but for the most part I'm going to say that I would probably not do the oil again. We're gonna move on to some highlighter to up the mood a little bit, and hopefully that makes everything else look super beautiful. I went a little bit psycho with my highlighter obsession this past week or so. I've bought a lot of new highlighters that I really did not need to buy. This is when you know you have a problem. I recently picked up this one from Marc Jacobs. Let me tell you, it was not cheap. Very pigmented. It's kind of like a pearl white with a very soft gold shift to it. I wore this once on my face. I mean, it is stunning, but I think it's like way too light for even me because it just looks like I have white on my face. So I don't know about that. We're still figuring things out. And then I got this one from Pur. I really have not tried much from Pur Cosmetics besides like this foundation and something that came in my BoxyCharm ones. But they had this highlighter. It's in the shade Afterglow. It's stunning. This is actually a really beautiful highlighter. It's more champagne-y gold. Again, very pigmented, like holy Aunt Jemima, that's gorgeous. And I actually have been really loving this one a lot. I picked up two Lunar Beauty highlighters. I got the shade Mars and Mercury. Mars is the more peachy tone, but I really love Mercury a lot more. It's kind of like the Marc Jacobs one, but the Marc Jacobs is a little bit more pearl white. This one definitely has a stronger golden duochrome shift to it. This is really pretty. It's definitely very bright, so I like to wear this with another highlighter just like in the center, just like for extra pop. But it is very beautiful, and I'm not gonna lie, this packaging is absolutely stunning, and I've never tried anything from Lunar Beauty before, so that's my first product. And lastly, I got the Jeffree Star Supreme Frost in the shade Wet Dream, which is this beautiful gold shade, and I haven't really tried any of these and his other highlighters before. I will say, like, this is stunning. Let me swatch it here. It does have this beautiful wet like metallic consistency. It's very like light. I can't describe it. It does have like a little bit of sparkle in there, so if you don't like glitter in your highlighter, it's not overwhelming, but there is some glitter. The only other highlighter I've tried from Jeffree Star is the one that he did first with Manny. What was it called? Eclipse, maybe? I don't know, but I hated that so much. It's one of the worst highlighters I've ever tried in my entire life. It was chalky and gross. It did not apply, and it didn't even swatch good. Something was wrong with that formula. Maybe I got a bad one, but yeah, I've been told that Jeffree Star's other highlighters are nothing like that, so that's good, I guess. That was a really long spiel about highlighters. My lips are getting crusty. I'm going to try this for the first time. Is this for your lips or your eye? Okay, it's for your lips. I just got a little bit confused. So this is the Milk Makeup Kush Lip Glaze, and it's, ooh, it's green. Ooh, fun. I never tried this before. I've been dying to. Ooh, that feels really good. Ooh, that tastes delicious. Back to highlighter. I feel like I'm talking way too much in this video. I apologize. But I'm gonna take a mixture of the Pur and the Jeffree Star. So I'm gonna start off with the Pur Cosmetics one. Literally all my favorite highlighter brushes are dirty, so I'm going to be applying highlighter with some very questionable tools. And we are going to highlight. Oh my my god, I love it. I love it. It's so pretty. This brush is very dense and small, so it's definitely applying it in a very concentrated area. So I'm gonna try to like blend out the edges a little bit. Even though I'm gonna go in with eyeshadow, I really like taking my highlighter and kind of taking it on my brow bone and then just bringing it out a little bit. I don't know why, but like when I turn my head in the sunlight, it just gives this really beautiful glow on the side of my face, and I really like that. Now I'm going to go into the Jeffree Star highlight. Oh my god, it's so pretty. I like kind of adding this on top of my other highlights. It just adds a little bit of like extra something something. Oh, that's so pretty. It is quite an intense highlighter. And like I said, the Jeffree Star highlighter definitely has some glitter in there. If you use like a really fluffy fan brush, I feel like you're going to deposit a lot more glitter than actual pigment. That's why I like going in with more of a dense brush for these types of highlighters. I feel like I've literally been sitting here for 3 hours doing my complexion. My god, this is going to be a long video. So now I'm going to move on to my brows. Not a whole lot has really changed with my brow routine. I did buy the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow definer in the shade Taupe. I used to use this all the time in the brown shades, but I've been trying a lot of new brow pencils over the years, and there's a lot of really good ones out there. I just kind of was, I don't know, wanted to try this again. So that's one brow with a pencil and that's without. I just like to add a little bit of definition. I don't really do too much with my brows, and I'm going to go back in with some brow gel to lighten up my brows a little bit. I'm going into my Milk Makeup Kush brow gel in the shade Haze. I actually think I'm like low-key running out of this, and I absolutely love it so much. Since I do have lighter hair, I like to lighten up my brows, and this kind of adds a little bit of pigment to it. I literally just cleaned up my brows last night, so they're looking really cute today, so I'm having a good brow day. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do for the eyes. I am going out tonight, so I don't want to do anything like too crazy or colorful. I want to keep it pretty like on the brown tones, like a smoky brown eye. And I know I do that a lot, but this is like a get ready with me, and I'm realistically getting ready. So I have this new palette from BH Cosmetics. It's called Santa Fe. I was looking around for like a palette to use, and I don't know, this one kind of like popped out to me. It is brand new, and it is full of beautiful warm tones, and I don't know, I'm gonna give this a try. I'm gonna start off with the shade. It's called Soul, and it's like a really interesting camel nude color, and I'm going to pop this into my crease as my first transition color. It's a little bit too dark for a brow bone highlight color, but it makes like a really nice crease shade to like begin with. I have no idea why, but Despacito is stuck in my head, and I haven't even listened to that song in 100 years, but for some reason I can't stop singing Despacito in my head. I'm gonna go into the shade. It's called Arrow, and it's a beautiful like orange creamsicle color, and I'm going to add this to my crease to add some of that warmth. I don't know what I'm gonna do ever. Even when I'm doing like inspired celebrity looks, I don't know where I'm supposed to start or what products I'm gonna use. I just start reaching for things, and even on my engagement day I did my own makeup, and I will tell you guys a story about like everything, but again, did not know what I was gonna use and what I was gonna do. So yeah, I'm gonna go into the shade right here. It's called Casita, and it's a nice hot chocolate matte brown color. Ooh, tap that out a little bit, and I'm going to start deepening up the crease a little bit. Is it me, or does this palette low-key smell like chocolate? Am I going crazy? I think it kind of smells like chocolate. Am I hungry? Jess, are you hungry? Despacito. I feel like the darkest shade in this palette might be this color, and it's called Sage, but it's like a very interesting shade. It's kind of leaning on like olive green brown. I want to try to put that into my crease, so I'm going to slowly tap the shade Sage right in there. Once you put it on the eye, it really doesn't look as green toned. There are some really pretty like metallic shades in this palette, but for my lids I think I want to use something else. For my lids, I think I want to use one of these Super Shock Extreme shadows from Colourpop. It's their birthday month, and this is kind of like their limited edition birthday launch this year. And it's basically 6 Super Shock Shadow Extremes, and when I say extreme, I mean, these are stunning. Let me just show you guys one. This is shade Party Shop, and I don't even want to swatch these. They're so beautiful, and the reason why they are extreme is because they also have glitter in them. I know that they have the more glittery Super Shock shadows, but these are like pigment metallic and chunks of glitter, not just like a sheen, but like glitter. You want to be really careful when applying it to your eye. You still want to be safe with any type of glitter. It's not like really always technically recommended for the eye area, so use at your own risk always. But yeah, I'm kind of trying to figure out which one do I want to use. I just swirled into this one and it just got even more sparkly. That's so pretty. This is gonna be a little bit tricky because I have long nails and it's really hard to apply shadow to my lids because of my long ass nails. I'm gonna try to do as much with my finger as I can, and I'm probably gonna wet a brush and go in there just because there is more glitter. I don't want to get any fallout with this shadow. I am getting a little bit of fallout, but nothing too crazy. This is beautiful. Oh my god, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Looking good. I'm gonna add some liner to my waterline. This is the Lottie London AM 2 PM Mocha eyeliner. It's actually a really, really good one. I got this in one of my... I added some eyeliner to my waterline, and I'm gonna take the color Sage from the BH palette with a really small brush, and I'm only going to press this into my top lash line, just to add a little bit like of darkness, like some definition. I'm gonna go ahead and apply some mascara. I'm gonna be using the Too Faced Better Than Sex and the Nars Climax mascara. What a combination. All right, so I am done with the eyes. I think it came out absolutely beautiful. I added some of the Jeffree Star highlighter that I use on my cheek in the inner corner of my eye, and I'm very happy. This Colourpop shadow is absolutely beautiful. This is the Jess look. I'm very excited. Now let's move on to the lips. How on earth did my vanity get to be so messy? Oh, that was not a clean, that's disgusting. For my lips, I'm going to be using the Colourpop and Shayla lip products. I'm going to be using the Satin Lip in Slow Down, but I'm going to be lining with BFF3. In the lip kit, it comes with BFF4, which is a little bit too dark, but I've been wanting to try this combo out because it is such a beautiful color. So I'm going to line up my lips first. So here we have the final look, and I am loving it. I think it looks absolutely beautiful. It's definitely a Jess look. I love this lip combo with the lighter lip liner. I think it definitely like suits each other a little bit more, and it suits my skin tone a little bit more, and it's stunning. I love the eyes. I love that Colourpop shadow. My skin actually looks really pretty. From far away, I look really flawless and beautiful. Like the tone is good, it like matches my neck, like everything looks pretty decent. If I get really, really close, I'm probably having the most issues like on my nose, but from far away it's nothing noticeable, and I actually have no creasing on my face either, which is really, really good. I will definitely be skipping that oil. I just feel like it makes it a little bit harder to work with, like everything else on my face, and I shouldn't have to work that hard to get my face to look good. That sounded so weird. But overall, I'm really, really happy. I feel super glam and pretty. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think. As usual, don't forget to follow me on Twitter, mesijesibeauty, Instagram, MAKEUPBYJESI, and of course, if you have not already subscribed to my channel, please do so before you go, and also hit that little bell so you're notified every time I do post a new video. With all that said, I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys!